Coming up on Z News. African youths take their stand. Burna Boy's secret flame. You better have my money. And why'd you say that, Akons? What do the youth of Mali, Cote d'Ivoire and Zimbabwe have in common? Well, they are sure tired of the conditions in their countries and they're taking a stand to change them. Now in Mali, the malaise started in June when protesters took to the streets to demand the resignation of President Keita after the Constitutional Court overturned the results of the parliamentary poll elections that were had. And of course, this gave favor to Keita's party, which is in government. Now, the regional body ECOWAS got involved when unrest continued in the country and proposed a joint coalition government with Keita. And of course, the people were not having it and they rejected it and still insist that President Keita must go. Now, on top of that, their southern neighbor Cote d'Ivoire was outraged when President Ouattara announced that he will be running for a third term and he's been in power since 2011. Okay, now this all comes after the constitution was changed to allow the president the right to contest for a third and a fourth term. Now, both countries, they took to the streets to protest against the government and defend their rights. And now what's very interesting is that in Zimbabwe, the youth have been protesting in a very unconventional and unusual way, using the power of social media. Now, they have been using it to air their issues, to talk about what they're going through, using the hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter to fight all the poor human rights conditions as well as the cost of living, which is extremely high. Now, unlike ECOWAS, SADC has been very quiet about the situation in Zimbabwe, and this has exposed the inefficiency of the organization. Now, Africans, they are done. We are done waiting for coalition governments and regional bodies to do what they're supposed to be doing. And you know, we demand that we want real change that shows economic growth and better living standards that we deserve, man. We're golden. Hello. Yes, not only did he drop a brand new album that is hot, he also decided to drop a comic book that is called Secret Flame. What a way, what a drop, and what a way to capture your fans, superhero Burna, we stand. Now, the much anticipated album, it dropped on Friday, Twice as Tall, and it was everything that he promised it would be. And the project, it was executively produced by Burna Boy, his mother, and Diddy. And your Diddy, if he's in your corner, man, he is the right hype man. He's the one who'll just put you out there. I mean, did you hear when he was talking about how the album is not even, it's even bigger than the African category, okay? It needs to go for the whole dish, It's everything and all the sides too. The album had some really cool collabos and they really cemented Burna's sound and style. Yusuf Ndo, Sauti Soul, Naughty by Nature, that was a very interesting one. Stormzy, Chris Martin, love that song. And of course, Diddy. I mean, for me, 23 was the song. And of course, the song that he did with Chris Martin, talking about police brutality. I mean, we see you, Burna, you're quite... Now, this year is clearly the year of reconciliation and closure of past situations that clearly have an impact of modern living. Hallelujah! Now, Namibia, which was once a German colony, has rejected Germany's reparations offer, saying that it was unacceptable, they deserve more. So mind you, these talks have been happening for the past 5 years, and this is all based on what happened between 1904 and up until 1908, where German troops massacred about 60,000 Hereros and 10,000 Namas. Now, in the same vein, Burundi, which is colonized by Germany and Belgium, has demanded $43 billion as a form of reparations from the European countries. Now, this is a lot of money, okay? It can wipe away all their debts and just make them start afresh, you know, start brand new. And they state that the scars of colonization, they still ache, Pella, from the time King Albert I of Belgium classified the population across 3 ethnic groups. And this is very reminiscent of the whole paper bag rule, the 1 drop of blood rule, as well as the pencil rule. Do you remember that time when we also spoke about DRC and King Philippe of Belgium's apology to the country? Well, same scenario. Anyways, we're going to find out. We're waiting to find out whether the European countries have agreed to this number and what happens if they actually decide that they're not going to pay that money. Interesting. Senegalese singer Akon has been really quiet on the music front, but he has been yapping his mouth lately a lot when it comes to slavery and African Americans. Now, the lonely singer made some rather unconventional statements about how Black Americans need to let go of the load that is slavery, okay? And he made this statement when he was asked about how slavery is perceived in Senegal, and he mentioned that they don't even think about it. They've dealt with the horrors that came with slavery, unlike African Americans. He also stated that Black Americans, they just hold on to the past, and every time when something happens to them, they always refer back to slavery, and that is a problem because it's a heavy load to carry around, and it will block you, it will hinder you from making moves, from progressing. And naturally, these statements were not taken very kindly by the African Americans. They say that he needs to stay in his lane, he needs to cut it, nobody asked for his opinion, and he can't even talk about what they have gone through. He can't talk about the history and tell them how to feel because it is their history. They will deal with it the way that they know how to, okay? So, yep, Akon, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're thinking saying that. It's none of your business, okay? Done. Thanks so much, but I'd like to hear from you. So do hit me up in the comment section. Let's have a chit chat about the show. I'll be back again next week, so do take care until then. Ciao.